Thanks for the opportunity to talk about Cymbet's unique technology that addresses the power needs of sensors for medtech and cold chain. We've had years of development in this technology, and we're looking for investment to take this over the goal line. Next slide, please. Cymbet is a recognized leader in solid-state thin-film microbattery technology and products. We've got a high-volume manufacturing in place in Lubbock, Texas, with our partner XFAB. It helps protect our strong portfolio of patents, trade secrets, and a key thing is know-how. Our product is the EnerChip, serving high growth markets in low power IoT, smart sensors, biomedical applications. It's really meant to replace conventional power sources with solid state batteries, thereby having rechargeable, safe, miniature batteries that can easily be integrated into end products. Next slide, please. Manufacturing process is very similar to that of many semiconductors. The batteries are fabricated on silicon wafers using photolithography. The small size of the micro batteries can be used by customers as bare die, chip scale devices, integrating them into products where the attributes of safety, high cycle life, low self-discharge, and miniaturization are critical to the product design and use. EnerChips are reflow solder tolerant, which means they can be deployed using high volume, low cost assembly tools and methods. Next slide, please. So what differentiates us? Conventional batteries and supercaps, they're bulky, they're unsafe due to liquid chemicals that can leak, often flammable, and require holders or sockets for physical and electrical attachments to circuit boards, placement into enclosures, etc. The EnerChip overcomes these issues, and Cymbet's developing high capacity, high density, which we call HD versions of the EnerChip in order to expand the addressable market in key applications. Next slide. There's many markets and applications available to this product, including wireless sensors and data logging, such as in cold chain monitoring, semi-passive RFID, miniature, low power medical sensors, and IoT generally. You can see the market growth, and I think many of you on this call are well aware of that. So I'll move on to the next slide, please. Cymbet's been working with several biomedical device companies, particular in biosensor, neurostim, and in particular ophthalmic applications. And the reason for that is because of EnerChip's unique size, biocompatibility, non-cytotoxic nature, and the options to integrate these into medtech product designs. Again, the real small size allows them to be integrated quite easily. Next slide. HD of the EnerChip will allow a game-changing application in the cold chain marketplace as an example. We've demonstrated a 2-chip IC plus EnerChip battery that can be deployed on a low-cost, flexible, disposable RFID sensor tag. And this would allow for a huge market opportunity as it overcomes the impediments to that market right now, which is size and cost limitation of current sensor tag products. In collaboration with IC circuit design companies, we're developing this technology platform that can be deployed in many supply chain environments, monitoring perishables, food, pharma, biologics at a very granular level. The measuring and logging temperature provides continuous end-to-end information, which heretofore has been very difficult in the cold chain. Next slide, please. As noted before, our EnerChip manufacturing is done in the US in partnership with XFAB Texas, which operates a large wafer fab in Lubbock. The battery wafer fab is isolated within the larger fab and is operated and managed by trained, experienced XFAB personnel with oversight and guidance by Cymbet. This operation helps us protect our extensive IP portfolio and allows for our HD R&D activities to occur largely in that same facility. Next slide, please. Cymbet's looking for investment of $2 to $6 million to help us get over the goal line here. At the low end of the investment, the minimum amount needed is $2 million to get this HD development moving forward. And that's both the 2X, which is what we're currently working on, and the 4X, which we're doing some developmental work on right now. Also, the HD plus the sensor tag product development, which includes the ASIC design, tag integration, business development, would take 18 to 24 months, and we would need the upper end of that range. Next slide. The Cymbet leadership team has a lot of experience in technology. Our CTO, Dr. Downey, is well-versed in and probably more knowledgeable solid-state microbatteries than anybody else in the world, as is Jeff Sather, our VP of Technology and Customer Solutions, who's also on the call here today and certainly can answer any technical information that you might desire. So with that, I'll wrap it up and see if there's questions.
Yeah, actually, I got a question here. I'm sorry, if you don't mind, I'll just go first here. Yeah, I know the solid state batteries, main disadvantage is the basically, I mean, manufacturing at a large scale, right? But it sounds like you're working with the X-Fab in Texas. You solved the problem. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. We started quite a few years ago. We started development of that, where they contributed some equipment. We contributed the key customized, which is the cathode deposition tools and the lip-on, which is solid state electrolyte deposition tools as well.
Oh, great. Yeah, that's great. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thanks.
What's the voltage, the watt hours, the simple dimensions of the battery, just, you know, so that.
Sure. Yeah, hi, Frank. The battery voltage is 3.8 volts on the output. On the discharge side, it's a 4.1 volt charge voltage. The typical dimensions are anywhere, well, we've made them smaller than 1 millimeter on a side, but typical dimensions are 2 by 2 millimeters up to 6 by 6 millimeters XY footprint, with a thickness, a typical thickness of 0.2 millimeters. And that includes the hermetic seal that we apply as a wafer level encapsulant. The capacities typically measure in the tens of microamp hours capacity, and they're rechargeable many thousands of times.
Thank you.